Hello, my name is Brett Schwartz and I'm the high school principal at Louisville. It is an honor and a privilege to welcome you to Louisville High School's 2020 virtual ceremony. I hope you are ready to laugh a little, maybe cry a bit, and above all else, celebrate our seniors. Senior students, at this time, please don your cap and tassel. To begin, I want to recognize and express my gratitude to a few individuals whose support and student-first attitude were instrumental in contributing to this special celebration. The Louisville administrative team, Mr. Farber, Superintendent of Louisville Public Schools, Mr. Mathis, Elementary Principal, Mr. Little, Activities Director, Dr. Johnson, our Director of Learning, and Mr. Finke, our Guidance Counselor. Next, I'd like to recognize the school board members, Cindy Osterloh, President, John Simon, Vice President, Ashley Christensen, Secretary, John Winkler, Treasurer, Kara Haybrock, Board Member, Andy Mixon, Board Member. Also a special thank you to the Louisville staff, and especially to Mrs. March for all of her help throughout the year. It's a full-time job keeping me organized. The teachers, the paraeducators, the administrative assistants, the kitchen staff, the maintenance staff, and the bus drivers. Each Louisville staff member is a blessing to our students, our district, and our community. Thank you for making Louisville Public Schools a great place for all students to learn. Parents, guardians, relatives, and friends of the graduates, thank you for guiding and supporting our young people on their journey toward this milestone. You have provided them a foundation to which they can build upon as they forge ahead with the next chapter of their life. It is my pleasure to introduce our speakers for today, and our first speaker is Michael Rupp.
A couple weeks ago, I finally got bored enough to write this thing. Instead of playing video games and practicing existentialism with the voices inside my head, I watched some YouTube videos of graduation speeches, procrastinated finishing the institution, and looked up some guides. My research told me I should probably start this off with some gratitude, so I'd like to thank all friends, family, coaches, and faculty who have helped us get through our primary education. I'd also like to thank the people who have had a significant impact on me as an individual. Thank you Grandma, Tammy, Krause, the entire Nemeth family, and the four horsemen of LHS, Roth, Bausch, Hahn, Raspy. 2020 has brought upon a degree of unprecedented circumstances which no other classes had to deal with, although the classes of 1918 and 1969 may argue otherwise. We have had events taken away, school closed down, and graduation altered. Although these last months have given us more free time than any high schooler could ever ask for, it doesn't make up for the lost potential of extracurriculars and schoolwork. But things happen, and people move on. It's what we do. In the last few months, I'm sure many of my classmates started getting used to avoiding coronavirus, and at the same time probably caught a mad case of senioritis, like I did, losing all effort to finish for some period of time. Motivation is something that is hard to keep up, especially when things like COVID-19 keep you locked up in your house binge watching The Office for weeks on end. It's something that keeps you doing homework that you know is stupid and will never apply to your future, but you keep doing it anyways because you know it'll show a college or future employer you have that drive. It keeps you practicing that form in basketball, football, volleyball, whatever it may be, not because it's fun, but because it will make you a better player. For some of you, those phrases hit home. For some of you, they don't matter in the slightest, and you just want this to be over so you can relax and be done with high school and eat Cheetos on the couch and watch Netflix. Right there with you. Whichever one of those you are, it doesn't really matter. We can all be one or the other at any given time. But what does matter is that after high school, you find something that motivates you. It's cliche, but it's true. In school, even for how much Vince made us laugh or Bausch made fun of his wife, was kind of boring. And for most of us, it got pretty repetitive. However, I don't think the point of school is to ever teach us complex math problems so Roth can make the face, or teach us 50 different ways the color blue can be interpreted in a novel. Thank you, English. I think the point of school and everything up to this point of receiving our diploma was to teach us not only how to learn and how to be an adult, but to teach us how to push ourselves to do things, no matter how trivial or how big. This has gotten slightly corny, and of course, as a Nebraskan, I would make it that way. But I think the point is important. Life will try and hurl you down a flight of stairs just to watch you fall. But the only way it can keep laughing at you is if you lose the motivation to get back up. So yeah, things will happen, whether it be a deadly virus or a suicidal deer yeeting itself in your car. But you are the one that decides whether to be a motivated Megachad or an apathetic Andrew. No one wants to be an Andrew. After all, you are the only person who decides how far you go.
Our second speaker is Jed McFarland.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today, regardless of any alterations in the scheduling. May 6th marks the day that the class of 2020 will officially be completing high school. For many, this is a great feat, and it certainly is, especially with all the challenging assignments and projects that our teachers have thrown at us. However, overcoming challenges is not the only thing our class is great at. We also know how to make a fantastic memory out of something others might look at as insignificant. To begin burrowing into this class's memories, we must begin at the insightful elementary playground game, Gladiator. While being remarkably similar to Sharks and Minnows, Gladiator was our game with our rules, and we were the only masters of the craft. Naturally, with our class being top-tier competitors in everything, this game ignited fuming debates. Of course, these altercations never ended well, usually yelling or screaming, sometimes crying, and most certainly tattletaling. However, these debates were long-lasting, so much so that the game was banned from recess. Yes, banned. However, our genius minds found a new game, and totally different game, Sharks and Minnows. Nevertheless, our amazing trek through Louisville Public Schools did not end there. In middle school, Mrs. Plugnant had a very entertaining game that was like musical chairs. However, there was one difference. More than one person can be on a chair at a time, and with the goal of the game to get everyone off the floor, this was our only advantage. Near the end of class one day, we played the game, but this time it was slightly different, indicating about 5 or 6 other guys and I got onto one chair. This is where it gets interesting. After our initial success of staying on the chair began to fall. However, it was no rapid descent. We stayed on the chair while one of the legs gradually began bending in, not out, but in. Our fall felt like it took minutes to complete, but it was only a matter of seconds or milliseconds before we were all piled on the ground and tangled around the compressed chair. This event left us with a hilarious memory that brings joy and laughter. Finally, there is the adventurous Springfield trip that we took in middle school. This was one to remember, as many of the teachers went along as group leaders, encouraging fun and excitement. At one point, they excited a fellow student so much that he broke his wrist, but no worries, he survived. I understand that I touched on a minimal number of class memories, but the simple fact is that our class has never had many major class gatherings or reunions that I can remember. But our class does not need those things to stay close. Our class has made memories through the little everyday things. For example, just recently my economics class was supposed to have a sub during test day. However, no sub came when the class started. We knew exactly who was supposed to be there, but we made the unanimous decision to allow 10 minutes of study time before we took a class field trip to go and get the sub, like responsible students would. The simple things such as these are what makes our class a family, and is something that has kept us together and looking out for one another all of these years. Thank you to all of those teachers and administrative staff that has helped us grow since day one.
Our final speaker is Cassidy Nemeth.
Well, since I'm a proud member of the speech team, and my main event was entertainment, I'm sure there are a lot of high hopes for a fun speech. Well, squash those hopes and lower your expectations, like right now. I mean, I was only in speech for 1 year, so there's only so much Krause and Jamin could teach me. I'm just proud that I didn't start the speech last night. If you don't know me, my name is Cassidy, or as many people commonly refer to me as, Skylar. I'm talking to you, Amira. No, Skylar and I aren't sisters, but I think she's like my 4th cousin once removed on my dad's side. Anyway, I'm off topic. That tends to happen with me a lot. I didn't really know how to start this, so I guess no better place than the stereotypical thank yous. They're stereotypical because there really is so much to be thankful for, and so many people that helped me and my class get to where we are today. We wouldn't be here without the amazing support of our families, teachers, and administration. Even through these difficult times, they've made every effort to make this time special for us seniors, and the teachers have helped us to keep learning, so thank you. To the class of 2020, wow, we really are special. Our class was never known as being the athletic class, the smart class, or even the trouble class. We just had a little bit of everything. Some of the things that make us special now, like graduation in July and diplomas in plastic bags, might not be the most positive things, but we will definitely be remembered. And I know we remember the times we had senior year before online school started. The thing that I appreciate most about our class is that we are all unique and bring something different to the table. And I can honestly say that my high school experience wouldn't be the same without each and every one of you. Whether it's Vinny's comments in econ, destroying the frisbee golf competition with Garrett as my teammate, or the whole class collectively making fun of Maddie, because we love you. I wouldn't change a thing about the past 4 years of my life. Okay, maybe I would change sophomore year lunch trying to fit our entire class of about 20 girls at one round table, but that's only because we didn't want anyone to be left out. That's another thing about our class, is that everyone is really accepting and embraces the new kids. Sometimes I even forget that I haven't gone here my whole life, because you guys just welcomed me in. And I hear so many stories about what you guys were like, including Jed giving Cole a haircut in elementary school. Sure, there have been some drama along the way, but in the end we are one big family, and I hope to see all of you succeed in whatever you choose to do in the future. And if this social distancing has taught me anything, it's that even if I don't talk to you guys on a daily basis, I'm definitely going to miss seeing you guys every day, or in Degan's case, about every other day, counting sick days. So thank you again to everyone that made this year so memorable for us. And thank you teachers for your continued support, even over Zoom. I know we all appreciate it. And to the families of a 2020 senior, please give your new graduate a huge hug from me since I won't be able to for a while. Finally, to the class of 2020, thank you for all the unforgettable memories we have made together. I hope I will see you again, and I wish you all the luck for the future.
Michael, Jed, and Cassidy, thank you for your inspirational words. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize this year's seniors who are graduating with distinction. They have each received a Silver Honor Cord. Faye Jacobson, Caitlin Currens, Brady Knott, Amira Moxie, Gracie Odell, Louis Pedrazo, Shelby Starr, Riley Stolman, and Tava Tamanik. Congratulations. Next, I would like to recognize this year's seniors who are graduating with high distinction. They have each received a Gold Honor Cord. Jade Biesterfeld, Remington Campbell, Kerrigan Juracek, Valerie Knott, Casey Mason, Jed McFarland, Cassidy Nemeth, Madison Nolte, Skylar Pollock, Michael Rupp, Dagan Voigtman, and Max Yarnell. Congratulations. I would also like to recognize our senior members of the National Honor Society. Members of this organization were presented with a white stole. To become a member, students are evaluated in 4 areas: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Here are the senior members of the National Honor Society: Valerie Knott, Jed McFarland, Amira Moxie, Cassidy Nemeth, Madison Nolte, Skylar Pollock, and Michael Rupp. The Salutatorian Award is presented to the senior with the second highest grade point average over their 4-year academic career at Louisville High School. This year's salutatorian is Jed McFarland. Congratulations, Jed, on this excellent scholastic achievement. The Valedictorian Award is presented to the senior with the highest grade point average over their 4-year academic career at Louisville High School. This year's valedictorian is Cassidy Nemeth. Congratulations, Cassidy, on this outstanding scholastic achievement. And now the moment you have all been waiting for. These senior students have completed the requirements set forth by the state of Nebraska and the Louisville Board of Education. I present them to you with my recommendation for graduation and all honors to be conferred upon them. And now, Louisville High School's graduating class of 2020. Gracie Ray Banks. Jade Patricia Biesterfeld. Garrett Joseph Bragg. Clayton Ray Buck. Kobe Joseph Bittner. Remington Dennis Campbell. Jillian Lee Dolosky. Joshua Mason Everett. Bailey Lynn Houchin. William Dean Howells. Faith Ashlyn Hunt. Faye Dawn Jacobson. Dylan Octavio Allen Jones. Kyler Jeffrey Jones. Kerrigan Joe Juracek. Vincent Spencer Ralph Jordan Kelly. Cole Jeffrey Kearns. Caitlin Michelle Kearns. Brady Ray Knott. Valerie Renee Knott. Caleb Andrew Kozeny. Michael Joseph Krejci. Casey Aaron Mason. Jedediah Thomas McFarland. Kendon Jason Moran. Amira Ann Moxie. Clara John Francis Muntz. Cassidy K. Nemeth. Madison Emma Nolte. Gracie Marie Odell. Louis Earl Pedrazo. Skylar Morgan Pollock. Jacob Dalton Renner. Michael Patrick Rupp. Shelby Ann Starr. Riley Lynn Stolman. Tava Ray Tomanik. Dagan John Voigtman. Christina Marie Wagner. Maxton Kent Yarnell. Graduating is truly a special accomplishment, and although we could not be together in person to celebrate, it signifies the next step in your life. Your hard work and determination have allowed you to reach this point and will guide you towards a bright future. Remember to take advantage of the 86,400 seconds that you are given each day, and to thank those around you who have made this day possible. It is my sincere hope that you find your true passion and calling in life. Be well and go forth, knowing that your high school principal could not be prouder, and that I am truly lucky and blessed to have had you as a Louisville high school student. You made it through this together, and you will forever be a Lion. Graduating class of 2020, you may now move your tassel from the left to the right. This signifies your graduation from Louisville Public Schools. Congratulations on this outstanding accomplishment. In closing, I want to thank all of you for spending time with us today, and just a reminder that our formal ceremony is scheduled for July 25th at 10 a.m. This will conclude our virtual ceremony, and I hope that you have a great day. Thank you.